majority of men don't even know that they should have some sort of a sexual energy discipline. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. Thank you for clicking on the video. Glad to have you here. Big subject on the menu today, right? Sexual energy. Something that we all have, something that we all can relate to. And in modern day society, it's quite interesting. I see a lot of people, primary men, struggling to understand the concept of sexual energy. That is, identifying it, understanding how it affects, our thinking process, our actions, etc., etc. And one of the most important things to mention is not understanding that a sexual energy is a spiritual energy. It's simply looked at as this physical thing, this physical urge that majority think they just need to impulsively act on it, not understanding how it works and how it affects them. And an interesting thing is that majority of men don't even realize or don't even know that they should have some sort of a sexual energy discipline. I don't know, it's just crazy to think that we live in nowadays society that it's sort of almost back to front and upside down by what it looks like. And this leads me on to my next point. And this has happened to me on a few occasions, actually. It's not the first time it happened, but this time when it happened, I had to think about it, and I'm thinking, why does this keep happening to me? So, a long story cut short, someone accused me of being gay, and it's not the first time, as I've said, it's not the first time it happened, and I'm just thinking like, by the way, just for the record, I'm not gay. I don't have anything against LGBTQ community. I don't discriminate. Whatever someone does in the bedroom with the partner, that's their business. It's private business. I have no relevance. And from a young age, I was discriminated back in Russia for my skin color. So I know what it's like to be discriminated, hence why I don't have any discriminational views towards anybody, It's people's sexuality is the personal choice. You can do whatever you want to do with it. However, when I'm being called gay, and even though I'm not heterosexual, I always have and always will be, I have to ask myself, what is someone's thinking process to get to that point where they're potentially thinking that I could be gay? But let me tell you a little bit of a backstory. For those of you who know that I've been celibate, when people hear about it, and in this particular last instance, this woman in a group of friends in a friendly setting realized that, somewhere along the lines, the conversation came up and I've said that I'm celibate, explained why, etc., etc. And then later on, as she discussed it with her friends, she said, he could be gay because he's celibate, which I don't know how two and two connect, but apparently that's what it was. And prior to that, I was also, someone asked me if, I'm gay, and I have to think, I don't know, from how I see it, maybe someone who, takes care of themselves, they, in good physical shape, they take care of their hair, the skin, the teeth, normal things, normal hygiene, nothing extraordinary. And someone who isn't a womanizer or chasing after every skirt and has got discipline when it comes down to, keeping the pen zipped up. That's, by society, that's looked at, something is not normal, something that's odd. Like, why isn't he womanizing? Why isn't he chasing after every girl? Someone, young, in prime physical shape. Why isn't they, interested in sleeping around with many women? And then it goes to show how backwards our society is, and how sex industry, media has programmed people to that extent that if you tell someone you're celibate, they think you're gay. So I don't know, I just thought it was very interesting, but it reflected on, what kind of this woman has been exposed to, the quality of men around her. And it's sad. It's really sad because many men are struggling. And how funny, a few days ago, YouTube suggested to me just one of those videos on the side. This video was called An Experience with Brazilian Escort in London. And I thought, interesting anyway. So out of curiosity, I thought, let me just listen to this. And by the way, I've never used escorts and I never will. Obviously, my standpoint, I wouldn't even recommend that because people exposing themselves to all sort of spiritual curses and energies and karmas, etc., etc. And again, men who use those services, they don't understand the sexual energy and how it works and how it affects them. Hence, I wanted to make this video because the message needs to get spread. Anyway, I went into this video with an open mind, not looking down on this man thinking, oh, look at you using escorts, something must be off with you, etc., etc. I need to understand how men think, because how this guy was relaying the story and what he was going through, majority of men are in the very same mindset as this man. That's how they act impulsively on their decisions, and this man broke it down quite well. And to me, it was like a whole new world, just listening to how things work on that side of the world, how it works when you're going out, going to escorts, and how they treat you and things, details that you wouldn't normally know. But it was actually, I was sort of, blown away with how much goes into it as well. I'm just thinking all the energy, like time, money, like your spiritual health, your physical health, nobody's talking about the STDs and all them things. How much you're willing to risk, how much you put on the line, what, for just like a bit of pleasure? I don't know, to me, I'm struggling to understand it. But anyway, it's interesting. So as the guy was saying, when I get aroused, sexually aroused, I'm going on the phone, I'm looking, I just need to go, I need to find. And if I put in my head that I want to see this escort, I'm willing to do anything just to get there, and it costs me, 150, 200, 300 pounds. I was just thinking, wow, it's a lot that goes into it. And I thought, wow, so clearly someone explained they have an urge, right? Sexual urge, very strong, right? And instead of understanding, okay, where does this urge come from? What can I do? Can I actually work with it? Let me work with it to better my life, right? Not act on it impulsively, right? And it takes strength. It takes wisdom. You need to be a deep thinker for this, right? And spiritually, you need to be connected on some level to be able to identify this within you. And it's not easy, right? Hence why majority don't do it. But I just thought, wow, this man here, as I was saying earlier, the majority don't even know that they should have some sort of level of discipline when it comes to that. This man in particular, he has been using escorts for the last 20 years, since he was 16, 36 now. So, and he has been going to the same escort lady for the past 10 years. So you can imagine, every month he's going to see this lady. This lady sleeps with countless men every day. And imagine what you're catching. Imagine like all sort of things that are being transmitted to you, like spiritually transmitted disease, like physically transmitted disease, all sort of thoughts that are not even yours. We live in a mental age. Everyone's in their heads. Imagine how much of that is being transmuted. And I just thought, wow, it's fascinating. And it goes to show, educate yourself on these very, very powerful things. And obviously the media, the government, the people above, they know it. Hence why, pornography is free all over internet. They promote sexual promiscuity, OnlyFans everywhere, fitness industry, super sexualized, all of that. It's out there, it's in the open, it's encouraged, as a man, growing up as a teenager with your boys, it's encouraged. Oh, go get the thing, yeah, just do the thing, don't question it, yeah, what do you get? Like all of that, like the more, almost like a badge of honor, the more women I sleep with, the more macho I am, the more masculine I am. As I was saying in my previous videos, that's actually the reverse thinking, the more women you need to sleep with to justify to your ego that you're this man, the more beta male you are. There's an insecurity within you that you need to work on. So it's fascinating, but I just want to spread this knowledge, awareness on sexual energy, how important it is, how sacred it is. And I hope people take better care of themselves, and that's one way to take care of you, is preserve yourself. Like your body, the only thing like God gave you, right? Your temple, And if you're not taking care of it, right, physically, working out, eating healthy nutrition, normal hygiene is absolutely normal. Hygiene is encouraged. Yeah, you're taking care of yourself, and then you're being accused, of being gay, and that's the world that we live in, and it's normal. Take care of yourself. Take care of your temple, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. It's all in abundance. And that's what my channel is about, is to promote that clean living. And celibacy is, I know celibacy is not for everyone, but that's one way that you can take care of yourself. So I strongly encourage it. You can check out my video on 3 years celibacy, where I go into more details, answer some questions that were raised from my journey, and strongly recommend it. Anyway, guys, if you made it to the end, you're a legend. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more content. See you in the next one. Take care.